Each and every one of you. And today the program will any moment from now, and there will be a live stream of this program. There would also be a live coverage on the NTA. So please can we be seated as we get together to start the program. By the grace of God, we shall be anchoring the program. I'm here with my colleague, Mrs. Taiwo Obafumi.
And I am Mrs. Faith Oche. You're all very warmly welcome. Would like to acknowledge with us today the presence of all the past presidents of Coren, past vice presidents of Coren, senior engineers, past registrars of Coren, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the 26th Coren Engineering Assembly.
Because of time, let's see how much of acknowledgement and introduction we'll be able to do before we go online. We want to appreciate the presence of special guests of honors that already have their representatives in the house. We have the representative of the governor of Lagos State is already in the house, and the person of Engineer Ade Akinsanya is the Commissioner of Works.
Welcome, sir.
Sitting beside him, we acknowledge this morning the presence of Engineer Abagana FNSC, the former Minister of the FCT.
Representing the Governor of Jigawa State, would like to acknowledge the presence of Alhaji Muhammad Badaru Abubakar. You're very warmly welcome, sir.
We also want to recognize the presence of the council members here present. All council members of Coren here present. We have in the house Engineer Chief Yu Ukpabi, FNSC, MNI, former Commissioner of Finance from Abia State. You're welcome.
We also have in the house the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and he is Engineer Otis Enyaji, FNSC. We also have present the Vice President of Coren, Engineer Professor E. A. Ajaf, MNSC.
We have also in the house the President of NSC. We have acknowledged him.
We have the President of NAEC.
And
he's Tanko Giang. We also have present in the house the president of NICET, and he's Bolu James Ajibolu. And we also have the president of NATE here present. He's Ahmed Mohammed Yabagi. We also have Engineer Umar Bindir present in the house. You're welcome, sir.
We have also Professor Remy Uche representing University Southeast on Coren Council. You're welcome. We have the Deputy President. Shall we all rise, everyone?
The national anthem, please. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise as we take the prayer, which is the second stanza of the national anthem. Can we recite it together, please? O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Can we kindly be seated, please? Thank you. Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Your Excellency Alhaji Tanko Al-Makura, Your Excellency Alhaji Mohammed Bello Musa, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, FNSC, the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Engineer Kashim A. Ali, FNSC, NPOM, MNI, distinguished council members, the Registrar of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Engineer Wopa Kamila Maliki, FNSC, MNI, past presidents and vice presidents of Coren, past registrars of Coren, presidents of all professional associations under the umbrella of Coren, eminent speakers and paper presenters, esteemed participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Coren, I would like to extend a very warm and hearty welcome to each and every one of us here at the 26th Coren Engineering Assembly. The theme for this year's assembly is Entrepreneurship and Manufacturing in Nigeria, Challenges and Opportunities for a Better Future. As you know, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Coren Engineering Assembly is an annual event which brings all cadres of engineering personnel and other stakeholders of the profession together to discuss issues that will lift the engineering profession to great.
The Engineering Assembly will, as usual, feature the opening ceremony in the morning of the first day. This will be followed in the afternoon by a technical session which will feature presentations of technical paper addressing the theme, Entrepreneurship and Manufacturing in Nigeria, Challenges and Opportunity for a Better Future. The plenary session will create a synergy between practitioners in government, business, academic community, and so on. In words of the late Nelson Mandela, our international celebrated African icon, he said, and I quote, "A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination." The activity of the second day will be dominated by mutual interaction of all members of the engineering family under the program tagged Engineering Family Forum. The main organizing committee have harvested some key issues for practitioners to discuss. The assembly will be rounded up with a befitting dinner. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, with utmost gratefulness, may I invite the President of the Council for Regulation of Engineers and the Chairman of Council, Engineer Kashim Abdul Ali, FNSC, MPON, member of the National Institute, and the Galadima of AMPAT to specially welcome this August gathering.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 26th Coren Engineering Assembly. The assembly, which started in 1993 following the amendment of the Coren Decree to bring on board engineering technologies, technicians, and craftsmen, has over the years gained tremendous popularity among engineering personnel and stakeholders. The Assembly provides a unique opportunity for members of the engineering family and stakeholders to network and reflect on topical issues impacting practice and the contribution of engineering personnel to national development. The theme for this year's Assembly is Entrepreneurship and Manufacturing in Nigeria, Challenges and Opportunities for a Better Future. Discussions at this Assembly, therefore, will be based on this theme, and at the end, strategies will be developed.
This is because, as you may be aware, one of the cardinal objectives of this government is to diversify the nation's economy through the entrenchment of entrepreneurship culture and to also boost the manufacturing sector to serve as catalyst for a holistic infrastructural and industrial development in Nigeria. The choice of this theme, no doubt, has put you on the driving seat in Mr. President's efforts to improve entrepreneurship and manufacturing in Nigeria. Let me therefore commend the organizers of this annual Engineering Assembly for coming up with this thought-provoking topic as the theme of this important event. It is my conviction that this occasion will provide stakeholders the desired opportunity to brainstorm on the gamut of issues associated with entrepreneurship, manufacturing, and indeed construction, which is the core mandate of the engineering profession. In other words, we expect that participants at this occasion should be able to come up with innovative and workable solutions and provide answers to such questions as, is the problem bedeviling the engineering sector that of inefficiency? Is it lack of expertise? Is it a question of integrity resulting from unethical practices by the professionals? What is the role of Coren in curtailing the recurrent collapse of buildings, roads, bridges, and high-tension lines across the country? In addition to that, the end thing now in the country is gearing towards the concept of smart cities. And I believe the people who drive this process properly are our engineers gathered here, because the vogue now is to ensure that all our facilities, structures are made in such a way and manner that they comply with modern technology. So I believe most of our engineers would have to go back to school again to key into the concept of making buildings and structures compliant with the modern idea about smart cities and smart concept generally. It is my belief that at the end of this conference, you would also be able to evaluate the important role played by the artisans, such as mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, etc.
And several other examples. However, I can see that there is still enough room for improvement. Our vision in NCDMB is to achieve 70% in-country value retention from the current 20% within the next 10 years. And therein lies the opportunity for engineers and entrepreneurs. Engineering plays a pivotal role in the oil and gas value chain, covering design, logistics, manufacturing, project management, construction, maintenance, just to mention but a few. The target is to retain $14 billion out of the $20 billion yearly spent and create about 300,000 jobs, direct jobs, within the next 10 years. This will be covering the upstream, midstream, and downstream sectors with linkages to the relevant sectors of our economy. Strategic initiatives to accomplish vision has been put in place by NCDMB. This includes construction of 5 oil and gas parks, a scheme to establish a hub close to oil and gas facility for manufacturing of equipment, components, spare parts.
The second one is from Covenant University, and his name is Hussein Nebo, second position. His project was an application of nanotechnology in vapor compression refrigeration system. And the first prize in the single category goes to Bogagie Alami from ABU. His project was development of a web-based real-time energy monitoring system. Where is the first? Anyone from ABU? I think he has gone back to camp. ABU. The Dean of Engineering from ABU can come and collect the award on his behalf. He's coming to go to the group category. Or any proud alumni of ABU. Yes, sir, you are welcome. The first prize.
Analysis, they come up with this design manual that will now be used by Nigerians. So before you came, I was given the privilege to present this document that all engineers and practitioners in the field will use this manual as a guide. And we've all been told that before they got to this one, they tested the cement in this country. That's a very good point. That the cement they found to be very, very professionally produced, and there was no defect about cement in this country. So it was thought to be the use of cement. And so this document is out to solve that problem for us. Thank you for coming, sir.
Well, so now we have the Nigerian concrete mix design manual, and this will help to settle all quarrels, because this has... I'd like to invite, you see, like they mentioned the names of stakeholders. We had active participation of Julius Berger, We had as participation of Dangote Cement, Lafarge, Unisem, Nibri, but representative MD of Julius Berger, Engineer Lubash, can you come please? Though we are going to discuss this at our family forum. We'll also discuss the issue of the implication of it, and we're going to discuss the runway project also tomorrow. Why we had what we had. We'll discuss all those ones tomorrow. But it's good for all actors to be, because engineering there are no secrets. He said that is open. It's engineering.
Reading his keynote address and bringing out the statistics, you could see what progress has been made within so short a time. And that is what we in the Federal Executive Council are trying to achieve, or are set to achieve, by the recent introduction of the guidelines to support engineering, science and technology innovation in this country, with the memo that was approved at the Federal Executive Council last week. Highlights of the memo. I'm sure the Minister of Science and Technology may have more to say on it, but at least there are over 50 issues that have been raised and that have been adopted towards ensuring that we achieve what we want to achieve in terms of development of engineering, science and technology in this country. Areas covered from conception of engineering projects to manufacturing. The entire engineering value chain is captured. I'm sure very soon the guidelines will be made public. It gives preference to Nigerian firms for most construction and manufacturing activities. It gives a leading role to engineering consulting firms in joint ventures that enables, for the first time now, that Nigerian consulting firms in JBs will lead the engineering teams that will be doing projects. It increases the threshold of projects to be undertaken by Nigerian companies, and also it domesticates activities of design, planning and design, so that even if our foreign firms working in this country, the aspect of the design must be domesticated. It should be handled within the borders of Nigeria. It supports and promotes
and resilience that a broad-based manufacturing base could have provided. I therefore call on Coren to kindly partner with the state and the federal government to engage institutions like CIMEDIN, Bank of Industry, and the place to come up with a comprehensive game plan for kickstarting manufacturing at the primary level and creating platform for entrepreneurs to have an arena of their business idea to be supported from inception of implementation. At the moment, a lot of attention is being given to big industry for the hope that mega spending is span growth and help end recession. But this cannot be expense for small-scale manufacturing and industry, because that is where a sheer number in terms of employment capability and trickle-down effect. Coren can help this initiative by designing the technical framework and ensuring engineering input at level to ensure quality in the primary processing stage, to guarantee optimal in input provision to the bigger manufacturer.